Well, I'd say multiple areas, to be honest with you. I don't know if there's one single area. The one thing that Dylan's done is he's worked really, really hard in the summers after practices and those types of things that improve in his offense. I mean, his skill set has just continued to improve. I think when he was originally drafted, lots of people thought he was a defending type center. I think he's developed into a real two-way threat. I also then would also say he's really bought into trying to become the best winning type centerman he can be, a guy that can check against the other team's best players, but also produce tons of offense. So, you know, he's improved over the years, and he's still got lots of room for improvement. He knows that, and what makes him special is he's willing to work at it.
When you think about Taro Hirosi's journey kind of to the NHL and culminating here tonight, what is this game going to mean to him, being from Calgary?
Yeah, you know, I think it says a lot about the fact that guys get to the top of the mountain different ways. And you know, he was obviously an undrafted free agent who went through the Tier 2 route and then made it to Michigan State and had a great career at Michigan State. And we were excited to sign him with the chance that he could be a skill type player in the National Hockey League. And over the course of his early part of his career, he's done a good job. I think he's still finding ways this year to be more effective offensively, but I think it should be a real good night for him for certain. You know, to be able to come back home and play, I think is awesome. So look forward to him hopefully having a great night. It's not quite the same journey that Doc Ryan took to get to the NHL, as all you know, but it's a good journey.
And his shot, you mentioned his shot has improved. What else has sort of improved in his game this year?
Well, he worked hard this summer at improving his shot. You know, I think he's always going to be a little bit of a slight build. You know, he's tried to put some strength on, but I don't know if that's an area where he's going to make a drastic improvement. I think if his quickness continues to improve, and I guess maybe his elusiveness a little bit. You know, I've had a chance to coach Johnny Gaudreau on a number of World Championship teams. What makes Johnny special at a slight build is just his elusiveness, and I think the more Taro can mix that into his game, the better opportunity he's going to be able to keep the puck on his stick more and not have to go physicality for physicality in those matchups.
You mentioned Johnny. What have you seen in the growth of him since he got into the league?
Johnny Gaudreau?
Yeah.
Well, I think he's been pretty good since he's got in the league. You know, Johnny was doubted as a younger player because he was small, and he's just proved doubters wrong. I mean, he's an elite offensive player, really an elite winning type person and player. You know, to watch him, you know, the first year I coached him, the World Championship team, it was great because I had the opportunity to show the rest of the team how hard you're supposed to track and how hard you're supposed to come back and play defense. And, you know, I just think pretty much from day one he's been a real good player in this league.
Jeff, you've done some juggling with Nielsen's line and with Filppula's line, and even had them together lately a little bit. What are you trying to find there, or what are you not finding there that's you're trying to find as far, you know what I'm saying, trying to find as far as chemistry goes?
I need was it a late night last night, Trevor? Holy smokes. Luckily I've been with you, I can decipher. So translating, at the end of the day, we need more offense outside of our top line. And I think that's, you know, now with that we also need to keep the puck out of our net more, but it's a combination. And so if we need to find other lines that are threats in a two-way sense, and so we'll keep kind of tweaking until we find the right combinations, and usually that happens for a little bit, and then you got to tweak again.
Jeff, have the new challenge rules changed how you approach those situations at all this year? I don't know how many situations you guys have necessarily had, but...
Well, I'd say the challenge rule is 100%. The way, you know, with the goalie interference is 100% changed our approach. You know, before the consequence of being wrong wasn't much of a consequence for goalie interference, and now it's a drastic consequence, and it's a gray rule. So it's hard to, and a gray rule. It's just gray. That's just the reality of it. Nobody can totally define, and everyone looks a little different, and the interpretation can be a little different. So we got to feel. We're 100% certain when we make that call now. Last year, you know, we didn't necessarily have to. The one that I've challenged this year, to me, was 100% certain. It was in the blue. He made contact with our goalie's head, and totally didn't allow our goalie to play the position. But it can certainly, you know, again, it's up for interpretation. And so anytime that's the other thing that happened to us in preseason was we challenged an offsides that everybody on the planet knew was offsides, but you couldn't actually see the puck in the guy's skate at the same time. You see the flexion of the knee, you see all that, but you couldn't can. So, and that, we got that one wrong and it cost us a penalty, but it was great experience because now we know you have to see both. It's different than the puck in the net in the goalie's glove where you can assume it's there. There's no assumption, is what I'm told. So, or no, I guess I'd use common sense, but that's all right. So we got to make sure and see it.